Hopefully the Radon makes me into like Incredible Hulk or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Just go on a rampage in the mountains. But anyways. Hey, what's up friends? We are back at it. So yesterday I was putting together the drainage. It's already put together, but now I'm cementing it all together. We're gonna continue that. It's been a late start yesterday, last night. It was really cold and we had snow all day yesterday. The batteries for our solar didn't charge, and we knew it was gonna happen. It happens. So we ran generator, but I made the mistake of hoping that the batteries would last throughout the night. At midnight, they stopped. I got up, ran the generator, and basically I was up all night. I just couldn't fall back to sleep after moving the generator and stuff. So we'll be tweaking our solar system around the time we move in, if not before. And a lot of the problems that we run into while we're in the RV should disappear. It's a DIY, we gotta get this purple stuff everywhere. Splash here, splash there. Just kidding. You don't do that.
Brian has been hard at work on the plumbing over the last month. This isn't an area either one of us have experience in, so he's had to learn the techniques, order of operations, and read the code all on his own to make this happen. So the plumbing and electric is one giant solo project for him, and those might be two of the most important aspects of making our home livable. Luckily, we'll be starting electric soon, and Brian does feel much more comfortable with that. We're hopeful that once we get into February, we'll be able to ramp up on the speed of our progress as we go into the spring.
I had a lot of time to think about stuff, and I think about myself a lot. One of the things that I've learned through this process is that there are a few things that let's say, know I need to do and I should do before something happens, like it gets cold or something. And I know I need to do that. And I'm like, yeah, there's plenty of time. Life happens, and before you know it, here you are. Things went to shit, basically, One example is we had this foam that we're about to lay down. One of those I was gonna take to the shed and just cover the doors, just put it on the door. Last year, the weather got too cold for our batteries, and I was always planned to insulate the door, and I just never did. Came around, I already have the foam. It gets cold, and if it's cold, the batteries don't wanna run especially when they're low. Anyways, we need to get the show on the road. I'm gonna go down, we're gonna start encapsulating. So the point of encapsulation for us, one of the biggest ones, is radon. I mentioned this before.
And we have radon coming from below. We have asbestos in the ceilings. These are silent killers.
If you look at a radon map of the US, we are right in the heavy extreme radon. We're actually in heavy extreme, what's it called? Hard water as well. So we will be putting a water softener in here. Nice. We gotta get out of here before we encapsulate. Yeah, the encapsulation. So what I was talking about earlier is this little dimple stuff here. It'll separate the foam right here from, I don't know why I need the sound effect, being on the ground. And I did not perfectly level this stuff. I put a little sump pump basin over there. My hammer drill to dig. I was like, I knew I needed a jackhammer. Chelsea went in town, you know, I was like, jackhammer would probably just be real quick. We're good enough. I like that. So we're gonna lay this down, Dimples, liner, yeah, liner. We're gonna have foam on the ground. Then we have liner all up in here, and that's gonna cover the foam. And then we have another liner for the walls. So what that will do is it will encapsulate this whole area. We'll tape it all together, and then I will have a Radon fan. Yeah, taking the air out from underneath that. So it's not gonna be perfect, especially with this blowout. If you remember our concrete time.
If you like what you're watching here on Line Up the Stars, consider supporting our channel. You have a few different options. 1. Subscribe. 2. Tell a friend and send them our videos. 3. Become an official patron or YouTube member. You can learn more about both of these in the description box below. Your support is what enables us to continue making videos and sharing our journey with you. Now back to the build.
Hey, good morning, friends. It's 4.1 degrees outside, straight from the weather station. I'm sitting right here in front of the fire. It's toasty, man. It's toasty, and every time I get like further than 3 feet from it, I'm just like, oh God. I did not do any work yesterday on the house, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish that. We have the encapsulation, and basically insulating the bottom of the crawl space, and then we have a little mild like insulation that's gonna go along the walls, but that doesn't really count. Anyways, stay warm out there. I know the weather's kind of nasty all over the country with rain or coldness, snow in different parts of Colorado. We didn't get a lot of snow at all. We got some, but see my breath? That's not even 4.5 feet away from the pellet stove. So I told Chelsea this morning, I was like, yeah, I should finish all this before lunch, and then we could do other stuff in the afternoon. Well, it is 3 p.m. now, and I feel like I'm just getting started. I'm not. I have been working, but we are finally about to finish encapsulation. The tape wasn't sticking to the Odorless, so I had to scrape all that, and then started to fill the outside with the 2x4s to hold it in tight, but I actually don't think I have enough 2x4s for the whole place. And I did the last 2 corners on the other side, and I actually didn't need to use the 2x4s. It would actually, I just basically pressed the heck out of it after I stripped it, and it seems to be sticking pretty well. So that was the plan, original plan, and maybe in some places where it doesn't stick too well, I'll use a 2x4, or maybe someday I'll follow it up. But we need the encapsulation to fully envelop the bottom. And we're going up the walls as well, cover it up the Nudura, and it should look like that all around. So how children always imagine an insane asylum. It's all white, padded room. That's what it's gonna be like, basically. It'd be cool if it was done by like 4:30, maybe 4:35. That'd be awesome. Ideally for 50 minutes. It's possible. Maybe if Chelsea comes down and helps, we'll see. Any luck, Chelsea? She did say she was gonna come after like a while ago.
The week of weird weather in the US.
Yep.
It's cold and windy here. Good times.
But yeah, we're planning to finish the encapsulation now. I thought that I would finish yesterday. There's a lot more to it than I was hoping. And now Chelsea's gonna help me. and we're gonna finish pretty quickly. We did a lot of prep work yesterday, so now ideally it should just be straightening it out a little bit and then putting it on. So one thing that you might see when we do have it, or I expect to see, is a couple wrinkles, a couple of places where it probably is not like perfectly down. I'm gonna get it down as like flat as possible, but when we add the Radon fan, I expect it to suck a lot of that out and it'll be a lot more flush. And that's not gonna happen today. Probably, we could probably test it out sooner than later. The idea is that the ground, Radon comes up, we're covering the ground, and we're gonna put a little fan in under the seal, and it'll just suck the air or whatever. If there's not really any air, it'll suck the Radon, shoot it out. Boom, that's what we want. And then the inside encapsulated, so it's like sealed. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense, sure.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get this shit on the road.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
I might go put the dogs in the RV.
That's probably smart.
We're gonna go where the camera cannot go, where there is no light. Brian's been working on down there, which means the shoes can no longer go down there. So I brought my construction slipper booties, aka my indoor shoes, because the RV is always freezing. Let's go. Oh, I got dirt. How'd the dirt get down there?
Where?
Just dropped dirt from my shoes.
Chelsea!
Ah! There's my dirt. I'm literally filming myself taking my shoes off to not bring dirt down there, and I get dirt in there.
First thing you do.
First thing I do. Bye, Gona. Bye.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my feet are already cold. Bye, Gona. She don't want to be up here by herself. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. I didn't grab the light yet. It's very dark.
Yeah, maybe we'll use a leaf blower real fast and clean some of the mess you just made. Because I did everything I can to keep this place clean. Notice how my boots are spotless. Are they? I'm just joking. They are!
They actually were. I was very impressed. Meanwhile, I take off my shoes and dirt!
You didn't even have your shoes off. You just like literally hovered like a 2 square inches and dirt just like flew down, right?
Yeah. I don't know how it happened.
What does it not mean?
What does that mean?
It's the coffee speaking here, okay?
It's the coffee and the chocolate. He had a mocha latte. It's a little amped up.
Delicious. I mean, we're starting work. It's 11 o'clock. I was like, hey, it's 11:40. I was like, we'll start at least 10. No.
Not when it's...
We'll be done by noon.
Why we ever say that, I don't know.
I don't know why we have timelines.
Yeah,
They're just a myth.
they're just not bad.
Bro, it is so cold down here. Oh, it's underground. It should be warm, I told Brian every day this week. It's like 4. Hey look, one wall is done. Well, you can't really see down there because it looks like an endless abyss, but I promise you it's done in that corner. Currently taking a break. It's very hard to to move in this tiny short area. We have one wall left. My knees hurt. It's really cool to see this coming together because honestly, it's like when The Office was almost done. Like, we didn't totally finish. The Office is still not done, by the way. That's why there has not been like a full tour video, because it's not done. But this is really cool because it's like seeing something kind of finished is, I don't know, pretty rare for us. We don't have a lot of like short wins in this build. It's like one giant marathon. And yeah, so to see like something be like, oh, like we've almost finished the crawl space, like that's motivating. It's motivating. It makes being in a chilly, uninsulated, unheated area not too bad. What exactly are you doing? It is done. It's really hard work being bent over all the time. My internal organs are squished.
Well, Radon the silent killer. Hopefully it won't hurt us. We'll do a test. I don't know, if we get a test next week, we'll do it then.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple tests and then we'll have a sensor down here that's always going.
We won't be killed by a silent killer.
Yeah. Well, not Radon. Hope something else kills me silently.
So friend of the show, Evander, asked the other day, did you guys just not like know what was going to be happening in the winter and like with all our systems shutting down and stuff? And I just had to tell him, yeah, we just kind of thought we'd be in the house. We kind of thought like the water would be connected underneath and like the batteries would be down here and it wouldn't be a problem anymore. And like Brian said, you know,
a lot of it was based on planning from like May and June.
Right.
And then it just was like, that shit's not gonna happen. And then you kind of like live in those moments as opposed to, hey, the future, it's gonna be so bad that you need to have X, Y, and Z done.
Yeah.
And then it's like one of those things like, oh, I'll get to it, and then before, and it's not like, oh, I'll get to it, and it's something I've done before. It's like, I'll get to it, and it's something, everything we do, we've never done before, so we're just like, dang.
Yeah.
I definitely missed the ball on that one, you know.
And it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just be how it be sometimes, you know?
It's definitely been a trip. Yeah. That's it. That's it, yo. And then we need to clean in here because I made a huge mess. I don't consider myself good at staying tidy. And I think that's one of the things about what I think about your words and your beliefs. So if you say, I am a messy person, oh yeah, well you're not gonna get clean. You're not gonna become a clean person if you keep saying I'm messy. So here we are. I'm just gonna let that keep going because that's the theme of my life.